Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A. We go over all latest news that happened during the week and give you the 5 best deals live. If you have a question you want to ask, just ask in the comments section down below and I will answer before the end of the show. Alright guys, a lot of today's news has to deal with the S26. So we'll go over it real quick. I do apologize, just because I do not feel good. I have not felt good for most of the week. Been sick, so that's why I haven't posted as many videos. Basically stuff from last week and just trying to edit. But without further ado, let's get started on the first video. So, first we have the confirmation that unfortunately it does indeed look like the S26 Edge is going to look like what we first debuted last week, which is that style of basically the iPhone Air style design, which I am not a fan of. Let me know how you guys feel about that. I'm just not really, I just don't care for it. And I especially don't like it because of the weight that will come with it. I remember talking to a Samsung exec a while ago. I mean, this is like 20, it was probably almost 10 years ago. And I remember I was like, you guys got to stop, copying anything directly from Apple because your diehard fans don't like that. And he seemed very perturbed, like, would copying be a bad thing? And it's so funny because it's something that, like, I think it's a cultural difference that they didn't understand at the time. I don't know how they are now. I don't know leadership obviously at all there, but it's one thing that it's like this will be seen as a copy and people will not like it because of that. And I know they're trying to, like, well, we're going to try to get more Apple fans. Apple fans will not like you because you copy them, because why wouldn't you just get their phone then? It's not, you can make your software possibilities work more like it. And by what I mean by that is not what they have now for, like, notifications, right? Horrible take on notifications. They copied iOS when Android has always had better notifications than iOS. And they copied the pull down of left or right, and a lot of users hate that. Giving it the option for it, though, is very smart. Making it a default is not. So yeah, that's the thing that, like, I hope they would listen in the future, but we'll have to, kind of see how that goes. But yeah, so it does look like the design will copy it. Let me know your guys' thoughts on it. As you can obviously tell, I do not care for it. I just really don't. Luckily, it's just the Edge, but yeah, let me know what you guys think on that. All right. Now, in terms of this, everyone copy Pixel, what do you call it, Design Fest? The other one that is now doing that is Sony Xperia. They are the latest one to copy it with their 10.7. Xperia 10.7 is more of a mid-range device. I think it's like $400 or so. About $400. And yeah, mid-range device, and it's coming out. But I guess, like, why not? I don't know. It's so funny because, like, we had the years of everything being in the corner, and now we're just like bars. Everyone has bars. And I think that's what it'll kind of be over maybe the next 2 years or next 3 years. We'll see kind of how this trend goes. But yeah, I get it for the fact of, I will give Apple credit for this. I get it for the fact of, if you have this to better cool everything and to make better antennas and all that kind of stuff, like, Apple actually did have, some reasoning of, like, why it should be there. To counter that point, though, obviously a lot of that could also be bigger to have, it's so weird that that they're doing, like, do it for a reason, don't just do it because. And that's what I hope at least most smartphone manufacturers, if you do copy it, at least have a reason for it. But from what I've seen, it hasn't been the best reasons for it yet. we'll have to wait and see to kind of how this goes along. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Another one bites the dust in terms of it, and I'm curious to see if Sony's flagship will also follow suit. Not the 10 series, but the 1 series. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that goes. All right, more on the Galaxy S26 series, and not the best feature to kind of talk about, but as we see the S26 Pro, S26 Ultra, and S26 Edge. One thing that, if you didn't notice, there is no regular S26. That this one is going to be called the S26 Pro. The reason why you might have a problem with that after this article is because it still looks like it's going to be a 25-watt charge, which would be frustrating enough. But the A series, the A30, the A36, and A46, and A56 all have 45-watt charging. There is no reason why it should be this low at this point, but it looks like that's what we're getting. So let me know your thoughts on that, guys, because I'm that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it should be cheaper for you to manufacture all the same wattage chips on there. I don't know if they just had extra, but put the extra on the A16 series and A 17 series that'll come out and all those. But there is no reason for Samsung not to have a 45 watt on all of these devices. There is no reason for it anymore. And it makes so much more sense because of the fact that the A series has it. Sorry, my throat is very straight. But yeah, so as of right now, at least the Chinese variant of it was confirmed to have the A26 apparently. Or sorry, the S26 is apparently looking like the certification will be 25 watt, which it just sucks. So yeah. Apparently though, according to, and the first one was from Ice Universe, by the way. Another one, I couldn't see the original post for this one, but apparently Ice Universe did also say that there might be Samsung's new technologies found in the S26 series Ultra. So the Samsung display comes out with a lot of different technologies. The one that most people are speculating over is the Magic Flex, I think it's called, or something. Flex Magic Pixel, which is essentially a privacy screen built in. That it really caters towards when you look on direct, it basically is exactly what you expect, and when you look sideways, it isn't there anymore. We haven't seen this display technology widespread, so this would be the biggest release of it. So I'm very curious to see how that would go. Filtering, could be another possibility, but honestly, that one is the one that I think would just make the most sense. But yeah, not too much news this week. Obviously, the iPhone was announced. I am going to be getting the iPhone 17 Pro for the channel. So we'll do some photo comparisons and stuff like that when I get better. I do still have some other stuff I have to do first that I'm backed up on. Also, one really sucky thing was the unboxing for this one. The audio was messed up, but I did get the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra. So I do have that device now. I will say that oh, sorry, I hit the mic. I will say that it finally did get me that reflection part of it. Like, this is a extremely bright light, and the reflection on it is just, that is probably one of the biggest things of why I got it. And by the way, just to kind of show you how much brighter a light is and not diffused on a Pixel screen compared to that, it's a lot brighter, this light over here. So yeah, definitely gonna be doing some videos on that one. Unfortunately, the unboxing just kind of is SOL, so I'll just do another video for that one. But I obviously couldn't record this week just because it would have sounded terrible. So yeah, videos on that coming, as well as more on the Pixel and more on the Fold and the S25 Ultra, the ones you requested. The better, not only the better photos, but now also how to hidden features and tips and tricks videos. All right, but without further ado, let's get into the top 5 deals this week. Now, these deals are already in the chat, or sorry, already in the description, but I will also put them in the chat. Let me pull them up real quick, just so I can put them in the chat for you guys as well. All right. Let's see. Sorry. All right, we'll start by showing you guys the first one. This one is one that I got recently, actually, not too long ago. But it's something that I would say would be a godsend if you know of any parents, especially to newborns. This is a portable noise machine, and my son just got so used to doing it. I had checked out a couple of them, but with the coupon code, it's $10. So if you want to be like the person that, you know, your friends fall in love with and everything like that, this is such a great one for newborns, or even people that have a hard time sleeping when traveling. If you have a hard time sleeping when traveling, this is awesome for that reason. You have to use a promo code to get it for $10, but it's normally $32. It's on sale for $23. And then you get this coupon code and you get it for $10. Really good to go with. But yeah, for $10, definitely great. And again, anyone that would travel would absolutely love this, especially if you have a hard time sleeping, anything like that. If you have a spouse that snores, that's another reason to get one. But yeah, really great for all those purposes. But newborn, clutch. All right. Next one up is this one from Bezos, which did a lot of them last week. This one, though, is... I'm not the biggest fan of these chargers. I think most of you guys know that, but it is a really good deal, so I thought I'd point it out. It is on sale for $20 right now with the promo code. Again, I put it in the comment section. But the whole idea behind this is it's really just a very slim MagSafe case. I recommend the slimmer one, the 5,000 one. The 10,000 is too bulky. If you just want to have one on there, put it on there and charge it quickly. Don't leave these permanently on, guys, because they will damage your battery life if you do it for the long run. But the fact that it's so thin, the fact that you can barely notice, and then you're charging it while on the go, it's good. Of course, it's not going to be as fast as others. It's up to 20 watts, so it's Qi 2 standard. You're fine with that. But just know that in terms of how much you're getting out of it, or sorry, that is the Type-C outage. So it's 7.5. So it's, sorry, I thought it was Qi 2. So it's not. It's going to be 7.5. So again, it's slower charge, but I would recommend this for a day. Like if you happen to be going to a theme park or something like that, this will kind of double your battery life for that day, so that you can use it as much as you want and you're fine with it. I would not use this every day. Again, it will damage your battery life if you use it every day, so don't do that. All right. Next one up is one that I often use. I have a different version of this, but this one's a really good one. This is the Anker Nano USB. So the one that I got is actually lower quality than this one. This one's actually a better one. I've thought about getting it because of that reason. So this is an HDMI up here and a USB Type-C over here, but it has a power delivery, so you can still charge something that you're connecting this to. And this could obviously be a laptop, a smartphone, a tablet, anything that can do video out via USB and can connect to a TV, a monitor, anything like that. But the reason why this one is so much more impressive than a lot of the ones out there is because of the fact that it can actually input here 140 watt USB. I think most on average do 65. So the fact that this can go up to 140 is really good. So that means you can basically fully fast charge something like a 15-inch to 16-inch laptop, no problem. That's very impressive. I mean, it's just really good to be able to charge that quickly. So this is great. This is what I would take, put in always a suitcase anytime I travel, just so I can take over the TV and connect my tablet to it. Typically, is what I use it for. But yeah, 6v2. You can get the 3 feet for if you want to even get a cheaper price. But I typically get a 6 feet just because you never know how far the TV is away or anything like that. So it just makes it easier. I would get the 6 feet just to have that extra length. All right. Now, the next two are actually really for anyone that's trying to make content or just have better audio quality when you travel. And that is the first one is from Hollyland. It is the Lark C1. I have, I think, not the C2, it was a different series, but I have had several of the Hollyland ones, great quality microphones. And this one allows you to connect via Type C, and you have two microphones besides that. So really good quality, and it's on sale right now for $30 basically. So that's about 50% off. Really good price for it. Yeah, they're on clearance because a new model came out. The new model, yes, is better, but again, this is half the price. Oh no, I froze. Let's hold on one second. Can you guys still hear me okay? Just making sure if I can get a... Whoops. I don't know how long ago I froze. Hopefully it wasn't that long ago. And I'm back. All right. But yeah, so this one is the Holland microphone, two-person microphone for $30. Really good deal for it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend taking a look at it. And the final one is going to be a higher end microphone set. This is actually the one that I use for almost every video I record for the channel. This one is the DJI Mini microphone setup. It is on sale right now for $109. So yeah, this is such a good price for this one. I paid, I think I paid 180 when it first came out. I think it's gone down a little bit, so it's 170 normal price now. But for 109, this is a really good deal, guys. These are high quality microphones, and they are so much smaller than the originals. They came out with a new one recently, the DJI Mic 3, which I'm checking out right now. I'm currently reviewing those. And there'll be a video, I think this week on it, because I just recorded it yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't know. It's been a blur. But that it really is like the quality on this mic is still so good. Even comparing to the new threes, this is really good. This one was supposed to be a better quality than the first one, not as good as the second one, but honestly, it's still such good quality and still better than like 80% of the other microphones out there from different brands. This is, I would say, better than them. So yeah, definitely something to look out for if you do want to have really great quality microphones or know someone that might. Send them this link because it's going to be a really good deal for them to get. All right. On that note, now let's get to your questions. If you have any question you want to ask, just ask them in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. I'm going to try to hang in there, guys, for another 15, 20 minutes, but just depending on how my throat gives out. I do apologize for the coughing in the mic. I'm trying to not be too close when I do. Hey, Ricky, how are you? Should I get the Pixel 10 Pro or the 10 Pro XL? So the main difference really is just the bigger screen and battery. So if you want a bigger screen and a longer battery life, then yeah, I would get the XL. If not, get the Pro. Overall, should you get them, period? Like, are they a good deal to get? I gave the main reasons why it would be better than the 9 Pro, and it's not that big of a difference, to be honest. Like, if you have the 9 Pro, I honestly don't recommend... Oh, it froze again. Luckily, I can do this pretty quickly now, but I do have to figure out why it keeps doing this. Um, but yeah, I do not know um why the 9 why a lot of people would get the 9 Pro to the 10 Pro, and I did do it, but I did it for the content creation for this channel. I wouldn't recommend it for a lot of other people. I definitely would recommend it for an 8 Pro, great upgrade. 7 Pro, amazing upgrade. But not from the 9 Pro. I don't think I could recommend it to people. So yeah. Congrats on the weight loss. Keep it up. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm still trying. I'm not like, it's been like, the weight loss definitely is a thing where like I'm trying not to fall back into habits, but I feel like every time I give my body a little bit, like, okay, I'm gonna have, a bigger meal today, and like, I'm talking about like the difference of like today, and again, I try to have like, I can eat something anywhere, right? So like, got Taco Bell today. They brought back the double decker taco, which I loved, and it's part of their '90s campaign. Absolutely love that. And at first I was gonna get myself one. I saw it was about 330 calories. I was like, you know what? Or sorry, maybe 380. I might be mixing it up, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get two, right? And I had a second one, but I could tell like my body like, huh, can we push this further? Like I don't know. It's the addiction. It's real with food, and it's just you always got to be careful. If you have bad habits, be wary of when you get back into it and not as strict as you used to be. So that's my kind of take on it. Um, and again, like what I had in the morning, protein bar. I had this is my second cup of coffee. My coffees tend to be about 200 calories because of the creamer that I use. So yeah, I try to keep all this into account, but it's just something that I'm kind of still working on and still trying to get through. Um, Again, if I can lose another 20 pounds by the end of the year, that would be awesome. But we'll have to wait and see, kind of thing like that. I mean, I would still be happy with 10 to 15 pounds more down at the end of the year, but I definitely don't want to go up, and I would prefer not to stay completely stagnant. So yeah, that's what my thought process is on it. How are you doing today? Doing okay, just not feeling the best. Sony's still making phones? Yeah, they are, man. Hey Ricky, how are you the flam doing? Good, good. Good, just yeah, trying to feel better, basically. Um, Bars would set more level position on a desk. That's true. I mean that is true. It's it's more level. It won't wobble as much. It shouldn't, but we'll see how that keeps turning out. It also doesn't the wobble doesn't bother me as much. I feel like the wobble is just a thing that reviewers like to point out, like, ooh, look at this, it's a wobble. I can talk about the wobble for 30 seconds in my video. Like I feel like that's what the wobble is. Um we need a headphone jack and an IR blaster. You know what? I will say I'm about to check out this TCL phone, and I'm excited for the IR blaster for sure. Um, Hey Ricky, wondering if you watch Worlds Collide, and if you did, what did you think about it? I did not watch the whole thing. I did watch the Dominic Mysterio match and a little bit of Finn Balor and I forget everyone's name. Roxanne Perez, and I forget the Lola, and then I forget the lizard guy. But yeah, overall I thought it was fun and everything like that. And curious to see how to progress. But yeah, that's all I saw of it. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions loaded. Hey, I haven't said that in a while. The old joke used to be whole bunch of questions loaded. Everybody drink. But always drink responsibly if you do. I can hear you, Mr. Freeze, in here. I know, right? It happens so randomly. Like I can't tell anything going on. You know what? Only my CPUs. I might have an idea. I think it's the way I have OBS set up right here. I think that it's pulling from the CPU, not the GPU, and that might be it. I'll have to check after. But yeah, tech stuff. Um, can DJI Mic Mini work with the Flip 7 to record vlogging videos when they're noisy? Are yes, I literally did that. If I'm not mistaken, on check on my Flip 6 video. I think I called the best vlogging fun of last year. I'm pretty sure I literally did that exact same setup. I had the DJI mic, I think, with that. I might have had another microphone, but I felt like it might have been the DJI Mini. Yeah, just to show how good the quality was, and how good you can vlog with it. So yes, you can absolutely do that, and it would be such an amazing setup for vlogging. So yeah, Esteban, definitely. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask, what does this hype feature on YouTube do? So yes, the hype feature, I didn't even know that my channel was available for it. Any channel that's under 500,000 followers, so I'm like on the verge of it, basically. Um, yeah, it basically helps the channel a lot. You are essentially, it's kind of like not free, because I think you can pay, like you have the ability to hype any video up for a creator. So I think you only get a certain amount of hype, and then you also can pay real money after your credits run out. But essentially, what it is for is to get smaller channels more discovered. So yeah, it would definitely help any creator that you happen to hype. For me, obviously, if we release one of the videos that normally do like really well for the channel, like the hidden features or tips and tricks, if any of you guys have the ability to hype those, that would really help, especially because some of them, I'm behind on. So if we drop that and you guys hype it, it would help it be seen by more people, and most people like that video. So if a video, it's more for if a video would typically do well, but you just want it to get more out there, that is the best course for it, for you to use for any. So like if a creator is trying something new, so like if I'm doing like my weight loss video, that one, don't really need to hype that one, right? Because it wouldn't normally get a lot of views. I think it's like at 200 something views right now. It normally wouldn't get a lot of views. But if it's more the one that typically might get a lot of views, if you hype that one up, then it could exponentially get more views. So maybe a creator might get 20,000 views instead of 10,000 views, for instance. But yeah, so that's the hype feature, and it does very much help, yes. Whoa, a whole bunch more questions loaded. Let's see. What are your thoughts on WrestleMania going to Saudi Arabia? What do you think about AJ's return? I don't think I'll get the ESPN app. See, I've been debating on doing this, so I did not get the ESPN app. I have a VPN on my Google TV. I log into the VPN, and then I open up Netflix, and hey, there are all the pay-per-views, as well as SmackDown in the US, which I don't normally have on Netflix. I've been debating to show a video on how to do it, because I don't know if I would get flagged or something like that again. And it's always obviously a very big concern if I would get a violation of any kind. Um, but yeah, you can not pay it and you would be fine. I will say that most outside of the US, it's 1080p, not 4K. So it does not look as good, and I only say that because I'm lucky enough to have a 100-inch TV. So I definitely notice it's not as clear as the 4K image quality typically is. So that's just one thing I noticed. It's also because the bit rate is lower. Obviously, you're going through a VPN point and then going back to you. So it's just not as clear. But I've been able to watch a SmackDown, and I plan on watching WrestlePalooza. That'll be the first test to see how a pay-per-view does on it, or PLE. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing for that. Not happy about the Saudi Arabia. I don't think anyone is. They're getting money, but it's like I hate the fact that they're pricing people out of the stands, and they are no longer going to be talking about these record-breaking attendance until they drop prices. So I think that's what we're going to see. And I love AJ's return. I was not watching when she was around before, but love her return. Wait, Double Decker Taco? What sorcery is this? Yes, Double Decker Taco, man. I love that. Hey, Ricky, is it good upgrade from the S23 Ultra to the Pixel 10 Pro? Um, yeah, I think your photo. Oh, whoop, hold on. Wait 1 second, bringing myself back. And I'm back. All right. I do believe that the S23 Ultra, the Pixel 10 Pro, you're going to get a much better photo quality than you had. I will say the video, Google is still not on par with Samsung, but you did have the S23 Ultra, so I think should be about the same video quality. The battery life will be better than what you had before. In terms of speed and everything like that, it'll be roughly around the same. So yeah, that is kind of the pros for it. My favorite is Del Taco fries. I don't go to Del Taco often, but I know like my wife loves the chili cheese fries specifically from there. When is Rigsby coming? Man, dude, we need it to save us from all the AI. Rigsby is the failsafe for AI that's out there right now. It's the failsafe to shut down all AI. That's what Rigsby is now. Samsung Fold 7 interior screen will not turn on. Samsung month old, no damage, so insurance will not cover it. Samsung warranty, send it in, and no phone for 2 weeks. Have you heard of other phone problems? I've not heard of other problems like that. No. I will say though, if Samsung definitely will cover it under their 1 year warranty, of course. But yeah, the best advice I've given someone else to that is if you can get a cheap unlock phone, so you have a phone for 2 weeks, and maybe even return it if you want. Like keep it in good quality, keep it like buy like $100 Android phone or even I mean get used. Well, you have a Fold 7, so I'm guessing you like more Android, but like you can get used iPhone SEs, you can get used Androids. I mean, let's just see real quick. Galaxy S22. So just to give you an idea, you can get a Galaxy S22 for 185. It looks like. I don't know why this isn't doing well. So one S20, like you can get them pretty inexpensive if you want to get a phone that's older, right? I mean, even hell, an S20, right? Like 145. I mean, it's not going to be too much cheaper, basically. But I mean, you can get a phone for pretty expensive, take care of it for those 2 weeks, and then return it on Amazon. I mean, like that's what my mindset would be of like if I needed to do it. And then, or you can even give it to a friend that has a kid after that, maybe. Like, they would probably love it, right? So, I don't know. That would be my kind of stuff. You could also get, like, an A... How much would a Galaxy A15 be? Now, that is a lower quality, so I think you will notice that a little bit more. A16... So yeah, you can get an A15 for about $100, and it's a phone. If you want a little bit more, maybe like an A23. Let's see. Yeah, so that might be a little bit better, right? You get a little bit maybe better quality in that, but something along those lines. That would be my thought process. All right. Did you register for CES? Yeah, I did. I go every year. I can't remember the last time. Like I think I've been going for like 2013. Yeah, since 2013 I've been going and have not missed one. I think 2013 was the only year I didn't go as press, and every other or media, and every other year I've gone as media. And I didn't miss any during the pandemic. So yeah. Hey, thank you so much for the super chat donation, Mr. Cash. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. Um, yeah, probably gonna get flagged for that. Yeah. Yeah, I had to switch to 4K Netflix with a VPN cause it looks crap on my TV in 1080. Um, yeah, no, it really is something that definitely noticed for sure. RICKY, do you drive an EV? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, I've driven an EV for. I have like a first. Well, I guess not a first generation EV, but it's like it's literally an EV they only released in California, because it's a bigger EV market, right? So, my first EV, or the car that I currently still have, is the Hyundai Ioniq, the first one, so not the number ones that are cool and are really much better than mine, but it was the limited edition, so I got like leather seats, heated seats, all these things much fancier than my previous car. And I was doing it at a time when, one, I was lucky enough to own my condo at the time, right? So I was in a condo that had a place for me to have an EV plug. So that was a big determining factor for it. Um, but the biggest reason was because I was at the time spending like, and this was way before gas prices went up to the prices they are now. But at the time, I was spending, I think it was something like $350 to $400 a month in gas. I had basically a 50-mile trip, I think, around a round trip, maybe 60 miles trip, on a daily basis. It was the Long Beach area to Pacific Palisades, or like Santa Monica, if you want like big cities, Long Beach to Santa Monica every day. Very grueling with traffic. But I was paying that on gas, right? So when I looked at how much the monthly for a car would be an EV like this, it was 320. So I would basically be having a new car and I would never pay for gas, and I could make this drive without paying for gas, right? So for me, it made economic sense. I do not recommend EVs for most people that live in apartments. Like when I lived in an apartment, I test drove an EV or EV hybrid. So it's basically plug in for 25 miles and then you get gas. Like unless it's something like that, like a hybrid EV, I don't recommend EVs for anyone that lives in an apartment. When I was there, it wouldn't have worked. Basically, for a pure EV to do it, you need to be able to charge essentially. So unless you have a place near you where you can fast charge, if it's not at your home, then it doesn't make sense typically. If you have a home, I do not use the fast charger at my house, just because electrical problems, all that kind of stuff, older house. So I couldn't use a high power, one like I had in my condo. So I charge to a regular wall outlet every night on my EV, which is fine for what I have. But if I were to more, if it was more than that, then I don't drive as much as I used to. If I needed to, it might be, we'll see, kind of thing like that. But when I was also working at TikTok, they had an EV charger at work. So again, if I could go to work every day and that's where I could charge, then an EV might be something that I would consider if I was driving gas. So yeah, those are the different things. Hey Rick, did you pre-order the iPhone 17 series? Yes, I did. I pre-ordered the iPhone 17 Pro, so we'll use that for all the comparisons. Also, to do an updated texting 4K videos and photos from between Android and iOS, because it is easier than ever, but a lot of people don't know about it, so I'm going to kind of go over that. All right. I think that is all the questions that I kind of saw. Hopefully, everything else is good, guys. Um, yeah, my throat is killing me already. I wasn't thinking about it, I was just talking, so I think like like I didn't notice it, but as I've been going on, my throat's kind of killing me again. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to be ending the live stream now, but Hopefully get some more videos out for you guys this week. I did some, little shorts that'll be coming out, and then hopefully some longer form videos will be coming out as well shortly. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it, and hopefully you can hit that thumbs up button before you head out. What do you think of the trifold phone? I'm very interested to see what it looks like for the trifold, but it will not be released in the US. It's going to be released in Korea and China only. A Samsung executive told me that when I was at Unpack. So yeah, it's not going to be released in the US this year, but depending on how well it does and the reception towards it, that's maybe what we can see. All right, guys, but yeah, please give a thumbs up before you head out, and I do appreciate you guys watching today, and hopefully you guys like some of my upcoming videos. Always like it, watch it over 50% of the time if you can, and that helps out the channel. Thank you again. This has been RICKY, YouTube Tech Guy.
Thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, follow me on social media at YouTube Tech Guy. And check out some more great tech videos on your screen right now.